Hello and welcome to the Sterling's Athletic Director Show. I'm Camilla Revaitis, joined by Ryan Horn, and of course Sterling's Athletic Director, Mr. Ken Siiano. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here for the first ever AD show. Very disappointed in one thing though, the name of the show, AD show, it's not as creative as I thought you two would be. So we need to work on that and come up with something a little bit better for next time.
Yeah, we gotta, definitely. I don't know.
Yes, it's a work in progress.
Yeah. But we are going to be chatting with Mr. Siiano today, breaking down the progress for our winter sports and activities, and looking ahead to their upcoming schedules. We will even have a special guest appearance from first-year winter track head coach and Sterling alumni, Miss Sydney Coppolino, to chat about her season and experiences from the University of Virginia.
But more on that in a bit. Let's start with the big story over the last week in girls basketball. All right, Ken, you were at the girls' game when Coach McDonald had her 300th win. How was the energy that night?
The energy was a typical Sterling girls basketball game for this season. Very impressive that they got their 9th win of the year. They play a very specific brand of basketball, which is, defending every possession. And it was just exciting to see a coach from my end get their 300th win here as a basketball coach. A lot of hard work goes into that, a lot of time in the gym, a lot of years of work, a lot of success. And 300 is a staple for any coach.
Right. And her first win was in 2004. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I'm going to age myself here. I was a junior in high school at that point.
Oh.
Wow.
So she was winning games at that point, which is really awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I think as a coach, 300 wins is a very, very big achievement.
Right.
Yeah, luckily this year I had a coach win 200 games in soccer and 300 games in basketball. So
Yeah, shout
very,
out to,
very big
Amazing.
accomplishments.
Yes.
Shout out to Mr. Marley's there.
Yeah, Coach
It's your
Marley's.
first year here, so this is exciting for you.
Yes, lot of success. So we're looking at the standings here for the girls basketball in our division, in our Liberty division here. We are 4th in division, it looks like, at 9-6, 6-4 in division overall. A lot better than what we expected during the beginning of the preseason. So the girls are playing well. They're winning games they're supposed to win, and they're battling against teams that, maybe a little bit better than them. So a lot of success.
Right.
Right now, they currently won 4 of their last 5 games, which has been really awesome, and 5 of their last 8 games on the road, and a 67% winning percentage on the road as well.
Sterling girls basketball schedule. Their next game is
Tonight?
Tonight actually.
At versus
Home against Woodbury at 5:30, and then Thursday and Friday they have Haddonfield on Thursday and Clayton
At
on
Haddonfield,
Friday.
that's a big one.
Yeah, they're going to be at Haddonfield for that game. Played Haddonfield really tough the first time around.
Right.
They got pretty hot, Haddonfield shooting the 3, so they kind of separate themselves. But we have a nice little schedule coming up here for girls basketball.
Right. All right, next let's talk about boys basketball.
Hi. Boys basketball has been really good, playing really well, winning a lot of close games, 10-6 overall,
Right.
4-2 in the Colonial Liberty. They're 5-1 their last 6 games, as you see there, and they're undefeated at home, which is the most important thing.
Right, let's hope it stays that way for
let's really
Haddonfield's
defend that
game on
castle.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's defending Cal. Big game against Haddonfield this Thursday, right? We got Zion Arnett here, averaging almost 13 points per game.
amazing.
Julian Johnson, averaging nearly 12. Travis Schmid, he's doing great, doing everything the team needs, 11 points per game. And
An honorable mention.
honorable mention, Amari Key here with 36 points in his 4 games played so far as a
Right.
transfer, coming a little late to the season.
Yeah, he transferred from your old school.
Yeah, I did not have him as a student, but great kid.
Yeah.
And moving on to wrestling here.
All right, so wrestling, they've been doing fantastic. All right, again, another team that is probably outperforming what they thought they were going to do in the beginning of the year.
Right. They had an
Go,
amazing
go,
win
yeah.
last Friday.
Yeah, great win.
Haddon Heights.
Haddon Heights, that was a huge win. We had a couple wins that were really impressive.
Right.
They beat Gateway Woodbury for the first time in I think it was 14 years. We have Go-Go leading with the pins here, and Kenny with 9 pins each.
Strong.
Joe Carter
Yeah,
with
our
7.
seniors this year, killing it.
Yeah, they did a great job the other day. They were down by, I want to say, 30 points early in the match, and they came back and just completely swept everybody, and they got the win. It was really awesome to see that.
That's great.
That's good. Moving on to swimming. Swimming just had their first appearance since last year's was canceled at South Jersey Invitationals.
Yes.
We,
Swimming, another team that is doing better than what we originally thought. Playoff appearance coming up here, Lower Cape May.
Yep.
Early in February, so they've been doing a great job. Did a great job at the Coaches Invitational, almost set some school records. We were very close. Reagan Sheehan was very close.
Yeah.
So we've been doing great.
We have one regular season match remaining. It's against Audubon on Friday, the 31st.
Yep, at 6 p.m. at Camden County Vocational Schools. And again, we're going back to the playoffs here. So we're excited.
Perfect.
All right. That's a wrap for most of our winter sports, but we're going to take a quick break. But after the break, we will get a chance to sit down with head coach of the winter track team, Ms. Sydney Coppolino, to chat about the winter track team's progress this season and more. We are back right after this.
Hey, stop that, bully!
Are you begging for a knuckle sandwich, twerp?
Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, Hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
Welcome back to the Athletic Director Show. I'm Camilla Revaitis, joined by Ryan Horn. We'd like to thank our Athletic Director, Mr. Siiano, for joining us in that first segment. We'd now like to welcome to the show Miss Sydney Coppolino, the head coach of the winter track team.
So we have some questions for Ms. Coppolino here. You were a D1 athlete at the University of Virginia.
After
was.
graduating from Sterling.
Yep, Sterling alum, and then I was lucky enough to go on to the University of Virginia for the next 4 years.
There you
That's
go.
amazing. All right, we have some questions for you today. What is your favorite event to run?
Ooh, that's a tough one. In college, it was definitely the 800 meters, but in high school, I really like the 400 hurdles.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, not too fun.
No. What's your favorite event to watch?
Probably jumps. I
Okay.
really like watching pole vault. Pole vault is super exciting, especially when they get to some crazy heights.
Right, very difficult.
And it's something I could never do. Never, ever.
Perfect. Since you were a D1 athlete at the University of Virginia, is there anything that you have learned from that experience that you are now implementing on the team this year?
Yes, a lot of things. Just like hard work, you want to practice. What you put into practice is what you're going to get out of meets.
Right.
And you see that a lot when you go beyond high school. When you're in high school, it's easy to get by doing the bare minimum.
Right.
And I realized that like so many kids could do great things if they just put a little more effort in, do the time, give the time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
As a coach, what are some tactics to really get your team pumped and ready for big meets?
Well, I'm not the best pre-meet speech person. I don't really like the speeches. I rather just tell the kids, you want to show up for yourself today. Let's get after it. Do everything you got to do. Whatever you practice, you're ready to compete. Wouldn't be here if you're not.
There you go.
Here's some fun questions.
right.
What's your favorite song that you like to listen to while running?
It honestly depends. It depends on the weather. When it's cold, maybe a little rainy outside, I might want to get something that's getting me a little more pumped up.
Right.
But I feel like during nicer weather, it's easier. Whatever's on the playlist, I'll take.
Okay, perfect. And one last question. What does running mean to you?
Running means a lot. I mean, running has been my whole life
Right.
since, about halfway through middle school. I kind of did it just to stay in shape for soccer. And I found out that it's It's a great escape. It just makes me feel good. It gets me motivated.
Right.
And it's just always been something I came back to. So it never steered me wrong.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
All right, and that will do it for our first episode of the Athletic Director Show. We'd like to thank Mr. Ken Siiano and Coach Capolino for joining us today. For the latest updates in Sterling athletics, make sure you're following Go Knights Sports on Instagram. Our next show will be in 2 weeks, where we will have a clearer picture of the playoff picture for the basketball teams and another guest coach. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and as always, Go Knights!